In our 3 years in Thailand, we've visited more than 50 provinces. Anytime we can string together a few days, we head up into the mountains or down to the beaches. As our time in this incredible country winds down, we've realized we need to spend a bit more time in our own backyard. We decide to spend a little bit of time exploring our home city of Bangkok.
Join us as we explore the banks of the Chao Phraya, Bangkok's royal river.
Bangkok is without a doubt one of the world's truly great cities. We're trying to revisit as much of it as we can before we leave. Today we start with an incredibly hearty breakfast.
I tried khao for the first time last year in Chiang Mai. It's now one of my favorite foods. Today, we're going to Bangkok's Chinatown to eat at one of the most famous braised pork leg restaurants.
Good.
Yummy. I like the pork. The soup is yummy.
Khao mu is a bit fatty, true. It's just sitting there glistening. But the meat under that skin is so good.
What do you think of the pork? Yeah, meat. There's so much meat on this guy. Look at all that. Yum, yum, yum. Got all that too?
I feel like it's so wavy, that's why.
Our next stop was further up the river, Wat Mangkon Kamalawat, the largest and most important Chinese Buddhist temple in Bangkok. I'd be lying if I said I understood everything happening at the temple, so we share nothing more than the sights and sounds. From Wat Mangkon Kamalawat to our next stop at Wat Traimit is only maybe a 10-minute walk or so. The Wat Traimit complex also houses the Yaowarat Chinatown Heritage Center, which is maybe not the main attraction, but well worth visiting, even if just to cool down while watching a slightly weird hologram presentation.
He was happy to see the lush, green countryside of Thailand. There were also great opportunities for a good living, regardless of their races.
Apologies to the holograms, but we brought our own narrator for the incredible story of the Golden Buddha.
Today I'm going to tell you the story of the largest golden statue in the world. During Thailand's Sukhothai period, the monks created the world's largest golden Buddha. During the 18th century, the Burmese invaded Thailand. The monks were afraid that the Burmese army would take the statue and melt it down into gold. The monks disguised the golden Buddha by covering it up in plaster and stucco. The plan worked well, but unfortunately it worked too well. Sadly, in the war all of the monks were killed, and the secret of the golden Buddha was hidden for over 200 years. In 1955, they tried to move the statue with a crane, but of course it broke as it couldn't handle the weight. The Buddha statue crashed to the ground. They ran away in terror of what they had done. But when they returned, they saw a glimmer of gold underneath the cracked plaster. When they chiseled away all of the plaster, they found a solid gold statue made of 9 interlocking pieces. It is the largest gold statue in the world. The gold alone is worth $250 million, but we were allowed to just go look at it.
How was it?
Fun.
Was it cool?
Hot. It's hot.
That's all you remember? Hot?
Yes, hot.
$250 million in gold, and all you remember is that it was hot?
It had nagas next to it made of paper. I mean leaves.
What was cooler, paper nagas or gold Buddha?
Paper nagas. I thought you were recording. So hot, right? Yeah. Look, that's a lake.
It's a canal, love it. It's a Khao.
For our trip to Wat Arun, we decided to go by water taxi, which, if not always faster, is definitely cheaper and more scenic than taking a taxi or a tuk-tuk. Wat Arun is perhaps Bangkok's most famous landmark, maybe the most famous landmark in all of Thailand. In this part of town, its central prong is visible at the end of every street. It's an absolutely massive structure. For me, though, it's not the size of Wat Arun that delights, it's the details. And these you can only really appreciate by visiting the site, a short ferry ride across the Chao Phraya River. I have a confession to make. Even though my first visit to Bangkok was more than 10 years ago, this was my first visit to Wat Arun. Huge mistake. It is now by far my favorite temple in Bangkok. As the sun began to set, we took shelter from a summer monsoon shower to pick up some very nice chocolate. They have a cool menu of regional specialties, but whatever you order, I don't think you can go wrong. It was still sprinkling a bit when we finished our hot chocolate, but the wet pavement mirrored Yaowarat's famous lights. We spent the rest of the evening wandering through the quiet lanes that branch off of Bangkok's brightest street. There are many good ways to spend an evening in Bangkok. This one is surely among the best.